The COP28 was supposed to be a landmark moment for West Asia. Dubai is hosting the UN conference this week, but as opposed to what was expected, the climate talks will be overshadowed by the unravelling war in the neighbourhood. In our next report, we talk about how the Israel-Gaza war has derailed any climate action plans in the region.
– 2023 was not supposed to turn out like this for West Asia. The region that had been championing truces and looking at tantalizing prospects of normalization, people were talking about the future and the challenges in tackling global warming. But 10 months into the year, all that has been blown away. West Asia, that was all set to host the United Nations Climate Summit next week, is plunged into a massive crisis. The Israel-Gaza war has taken the focus away from the existential human threat, global warming. First comes the economic cost of the war. The effect of the Gaza conflict on the global economy at present is minimal, but a prolonged war and a wider spread could change all that. According to the International Monetary Fund, a spillover can trigger an unprecedented spike in oil prices and derail global growth. Conflict-driven spikes will once again trump energy transition initiatives and deepen the status quo on the use of harmful fossil fuels. It will further dent the ability and willingness of the richer countries to help the less endowed, climate-ravaged nations, especially those in West Asia, a region mired in conflicts and climate risks. Besieged by Israeli forces, the Gaza Strip has seen the climate crisis up close. The isolated enclave of 2 million people faces climate threats amplified by war and instability. The region witnessed lengthy periods of drought every year. Agricultural production is dropping drastically. Earlier it was the Israeli occupation laws, and now it is the bombing. A significant part of Gaza is reduced to rubble by the Israel and Hamas war. The talks ahead of COP28 have already been fraught. There were lesser agreements this year, and now there is a new hurdle: West Asian instability. This year, the Israeli Prime Minister was supposed to attend the talks in UAE. He was supposed to share space with the biggest ever climate delegation. The attendance was supposed to be an example of increasing Arab-Jewish integrity. But now there are doubts if Netanyahu will visit Dubai at the end of the year. His delegation will be there, but fiercely faced down. As it is expected, so will be the commitments on fossil fuel. West Asia is among the regions worst hit by climate change. Increasingly arid conditions, unbearably high temperatures, a steady decline in rainfall has aggravated the region's problems. From Gaza to Yemen to Syria and Iraq, this conference comes as a reminder of how climate action and conflicts are tightly linked. An omnipresent warning for the world leaders to act before it gets any worse and too late.